Yeah.
Dude, that felt good.
Sounded good.
Feeling good. You know, getting over, like, feels like a month of being sick. Whole family was sick. I went to the doctor today, and they said I'm all clear. So I'm all good. I'm not contagious or nothing anymore.
Science is all clear.
Wonderful.
Stuff. Good, good.
Yeah, actually.
I was
feel good
worried.
about that. I was too.
I was a little worried. I'm not gonna lie.
So
I think about you when you're not here.
Aw, I know.
Kind of disturbing a little bit, but
We've. What do you think about?
swimming pools,
Movie stars.
movie stars, and swimming pools. Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby, that's right. Hey, I think about you too, Robbie. I really do.
All right, this is getting really awkward.
All right, so let's move on. Attention deficit drumming.
What are we doing?
We're gonna do an exercise.
Oh, I forgot what we were doing.
I wonder if I should do like a linear thing today, or you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna take a simple pattern. It is a clave pattern. This.
Wait. Is it gonna be paradiddles?
No.
What? Oh, I don't even
We
want to pay
might-
attention now. Let me know when paradiddles are back in.
They might end up in there.
Okay.
But it's taking I say a simple pattern, but a pattern. This is, what's this pattern called? 3-2 clave, which is this. Dut, 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 dut. Hear that? Getting that in your physical being, that you feel that. A lot of Afro-Cuban
Can you
music, a
feel
lot of
that?
Latin stuff. What was that?
Nothing.
You liking my grouping? All right, so that pattern. Dut, 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 dut. I was working with a student this week on this, and I was trying to remember back to when I was a wee little lad. That's great, right? Like when I was 14 or so. God, I got to start working on my voices. So taking that pattern, wherever you want to put it right now, just getting it. What you're going to try to do is single strokes. 16th notes, let's say. All right, so you just get them going. You're just keeping them drill. Nice and light. And then I want to accent that pattern. And so you have to find it. It's hard to talk and play. You could do this with any pattern. We're just going to use the 3-2 clave. So we're going to accent those. And it's right, left, right, right, right. Within my singles. For me, having that pattern written out with the accents would drive me crazy. It would take me a lot longer to figure it out as opposed to just hearing it like me playing it right now. This is just me and learners like me who are more auditory who will pick it up faster by hearing it than having it written down. I see stuff written down and I'm like, this is math. I don't get it. I don't understand. All my drum teachers would write stuff out and I would ask them every time, play it for me once or twice or 3 times, however many times it took, and I would try to absorb what the pattern sounded like. Are you that type of guy, Robbie?
I am totally that type of guy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And to be honest, most professional players that I know are that way. They tend to pick up stuff a lot quicker by ear. When we do,
most people, I believe, learn by ear.
Well, the players who really play and get the feeling. Now, I have over my career run into people that learn much better if it's written out. If they see it written out, they could play it.
The MI guys.
Yes. And they tend, and I'm not throwing anybody under the bus or trying to, but how do I word this without being a jerk?
Well, this will be tough. Go for it.
Well, yeah, you get kind of this upper crusty, like, musicians that tend to be in this thing. Well, I did. Like, I went to school at Berkeley. And yeah, my opinion is if you graduate Berkeley, you're probably not that great because you should probably have a gig before you go, hey, that's just,
We just lost one viewer. Nice, dude. Way to go. We need all the viewers we can. You're sitting here alienating people.
Well, I don't want to. What I'm saying is, because people who learn this way are like me. A lot of times you feel like you're not good enough. You'll run into that. Like in high school band, I would run into this type of musician a lot that could talk a big. This happens in Hollywood all the time. talky. Oh yeah, this that, and I went to school here, and I did this thing, and da. And then I'd start feeling like bad because they'd be like putting me under the gun. Like, so where'd you study? Well, I studied privately, and I practiced 8 hours a day. Oh, but you didn't under Ed Soph and this and that.
It's Sophie.
Well, it's a drum instructor.
Okay.
And, and this, I got over this really quick because I'd be playing in Hollywood. There'd be 5 bands playing each night.
Okay.
And I'd get in conversations, and I'd feel like, oh, my God, I suck. I didn't go to school here. I don't have these credentials. And then the darn person would get up and play, and they were horrible. And then I'd get up and play.
Oh, yeah.
And, at the end of the night, I won! Well, that was my opinion. And I etched out a career out of this. But one of the things, back to the lesson part,
yeah, what are we doing?
I would take a pattern like that. I almost called it bione. That's a different.
You want to call it paradiddles?
I want these paradiddles.
These paradiddles.
Single strokes, hearing accent patterns over those, and finding every possible way to play it. So at first you just do singles. Then that pattern. And I'm trying to keep all the 16th notes that aren't accented even. That's very important. That took a long time. And I see this with students. They always, the first accent, the next hit is usually also loud. Or the left hand wants to parody the right hand and ends up being too good like that. Unless you're trying to do that. So, back to this. See, I'm very relaxed. Then, as you get more comfortable with that and get it sounding good, you start moving it around to the different drums. Like. Now, right there, I started adding in the foot. Now, I'm doing the accent with the foot, not as much with the hand. I'm hitting the cymbals lightly. I'm not doing them like I was doing the accents with the feet. So you
Hold on.
Yeah,
I want to take some time to actually look at the foot right now.
Yes.
Nope. Ben took time to set that light up for that kick pedal so people can actually see what you're doing.
I know.
It
I
looks
love it.
Beautiful. So please, everybody, write Ben a thank you letter. Just telling him how much this shot touched your heart. There it is.
And it looks like sunlight. The lighting is so amazing. It looks like you opened a window and let sunlight in. Yes.
Very warm. Oh, look, if you can notice now because of the light, you can actually see your courtesy monitor on the top right there.
What's a courtesy monitor? Oh, yeah, I see. If that's what you're talking about.
Dumbass.
All right, maybe I should get back to the lesson.
Yeah, what are you doing?
All right. Single strokes with accents, doing 3-2 clave. And finding where those land. So I moved them around the toms. The next thing that I would start doing is I would start trying to keep the accent only on the right hand. So I'd go. And sorry, I actually skipped. I was doing bass drum with it, but that'll get added in. Again, just watch. Oh, I'm going to add in the left foot. And the left hand, we would call it in marching band like fill-in exercises. I'm really thinking about bop, 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 and then I'm subdividing in my head. And I'm taking out every hit that I'm doing with the right hand or with the foot. This is good stuff. This is good stuff to practice. It'll really develop the left hand a lot. Nice. Now, you take that same idea, what else could you do with it that could actually help you in your vocabulary around the drum kit? Flams. So now I'll do the same pattern, sounding pattern, but I add flams in. This is an amazing way to get good at rudiments without really realizing that you're doing certain rudiments. Like I can't just sit here right now and tell you, oh, I'm doing a flam tap and do a flam accent. I could do one at a time and show you those, but what I've spent a lot of time doing is this, taking my flams and making them fit into the accent pattern. And I'll just drill. I'll do it till my hands fall into the correct pattern, or not correct pattern, one that feels comfortable. So here, I'll do it here. Which, by the way, happens to fall into the same right, left, right, right, right. Oh, I lost it. Nice. So that's using flams. Now we'll take the same exercise and we try to double everything, keeping the doubles even. I'm not going to go in today about all the technique and all the different smiddly-goodly wonderful things you do with your fingers. We're just gonna, you're gonna hear it. So taking the same pattern with singles and then doubling them. So. Song.
Huh? Dude, this is what it sounds like. Huh? Nice. Nice. So that was a slower tempo tune,
And it took me a second to try to lay back into it. I wanted to be on top of it. And I've heard that song and played to it quite a few times, and I make a lot of decisions on the fly. Or I might play a song a zillion times and play it different every time. Not a ton different, but because the song will speak to you, hopefully. And you can find what the proper groove is. Of course, it's all opinion, but really trying to find that. Like I'm hearing the boo-doo-boop, boot. So I'm trying to follow the bass line with the foot. And then I'm making decisions on the fly. Whether to hit, sometimes I'll play the ride, nice and mellow, but then I'll go up and hit the bell. And these are just musical choices that I'm making in the moment. I'll hear, at least in this instrumental tune, there's more room to do things. If there's a vocal there, you got to be really careful not to step on the vocals or stick things in over the vocals. So you tend to want to just stick to the groove. But in this case, as I'm going, let's see. I'm throwing in little 3/16th note groupings. So I'm thinking eighth notes, but I'm throwing in between without losing the pulse. So really, I've got a main quarter note pulse going, and then I'll put my eighth notes in there, and then on my way up, upstroke, I will get a 16th note squished in between. And the goal that I'm trying to achieve is that 16th note doesn't stick out too much, that it's almost underneath, almost giving it a shaker feel, something like, or that, either one of those. And I'll stick them in almost at random, but I'm singing that, and I'm hearing ba-da-da, ba-da-da, and then ba-da-da, I might hear that in between, or I'll accent on the and, or like, I'll just throw little tasty things in. This is where you have to have as much control as you can have. There's a big difference between drumming. Like if I played that song, let's say this is the groove. Almost always I'm doing a rim shot and the snare drum's going to be locked in. Bass drum's going to move around with the groove, and then I'm going to move the hi-hat around more to just how I'm feeling with the song. That's where my artistic abilities are going to come through. And for you too. That's where you can really do a lot of stuff with hi-hat. Boom. Like there, I'm putting the accent on the and. Well, you don't know that unless I have the whole groove going. There, I'm moving it. I change the hi-hat a lot depending on what's going on with the foot. Spending a lot of time doing exercises. They call them linear, although I'm not playing it really as a linear beat. Linear meaning in a line where nothing hits at the same time. Here's an example. I'll just play this beat that I love that I learned from a drummer named Bobby Rock. That beat is a true linear beat. Nothing is hitting at the same time. If I'm doing a bass drum, I'm not hitting anything else. Hey, there's a paradiddle in there. Because if you're having a drinking game, you'd have your paradiddle sip.
Yeah, I was trying to get drunk before, but whatever.
Well, you know, I'm trying. So, in this context, that's a true linear beat. But I'll think linear, even though I'm keeping a groove going, I might pull notes out of the hi-hat when the bass drum's hitting. Just things like that. It can kind of make it cooler. It can open up space. It can create a different feel. I might hear something like that with a guitar or a bass. Boom, 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 hearing a slap bass. Yeah! I love that beat. That was that Bobby Rock, by the way, great rock drummer. Well, great drummer all the way around. Saw his clinic when I was 16, and one of the first, actually I think it was the first drum clinic I ever went to. It melted my face off. I wasn't old enough to stay for the jam afterwards because it was at a club. But man, he had a huge, giant, massive drum kit. And I just, it was like, for me at that time.
I thought I was going to go in a different direction.
I know. It's ADD, baby. It's going all over the place. I'm going to show you another lick of his.
Hey, quick question.
Yes.
If you could play a Tool song, what Tool song would it be?
You mean that I would know right now or that I would like to learn?
That you know right now.
Oh, dude. Because I was going to say 46 and 2 because it has the awesome little drum solo-y thing in there. Excuse me. One that I could play, and I know... Well, I think it's still online. I have it. Oh, I didn't bring that phone. Oh, no, it's not Tool. It's the other, his offshoot band. Judith was what I was thinking. Probably also Sober would be one that...
Sober?
That one, man, I haven't played along or tried to learn any of them. I did play 46 and 2. I subbed for a drummer once, and I spent like a half an hour before the set started learning that song, and I faked it. I don't even remember it. And it had the big drum solo in the middle. I just totally winged it, but we got through the song, and I don't even remember how it goes. There's a lot of great Tool stuff. The singer went to my high school. Woo! In Michigan.
Yay.
He's got a book out now. I want to drink some of his wine. He screamed at me once. I left a dirty message on a drunk night back in like 1995 or 6. And his dad, who was my science teacher when I was in high school, had given me his phone number. And we're like, hey, sometimes they use like old phone calls and put them as secret tracks on the record. We're drinking. It's like 5 in the morning. We crank call Maynard James Keenan. Get his answering machine. Get his answering machine. And I'm like, this is Satan. I'm here to swallow your soul. Come to find out, it was one of those answering machines back in the day where you could screen and listen. Well, he had just had a little, his son was wee Paquito, and I guess I woke him up with my Satan impersonation and scared him. And the next day, Maynard James Keenan called and left a message in our machine, which had a bunch of F words and some screaming, and to not call him again. Woo! That's my Tool story. Although I did help at the baked potato set up for Danny Carey when he was playing with Volto. That was pretty cool. I'm a pretty tall guy, and I felt like a midget next to him. He was a monster, and he played incredible. And he messed up once, which made him human to me. You want to play another song, or should I show something?
Well, yeah, let's what do you want to do? You want to do a song?
Yeah, I want to play a song.
Let's do a song. Let's give the people what they really want.
And then I'll talk about what was going on in my head.
Nobody
while
knows.
the song's happening.
That is so
Here
lewd.
we go.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Eat
This
that.
song?
Eat that.
We should have lyrics to this by now.
the save at the end.
Had no idea when it was going to end. And I need more volume on the tracks. Because I was getting so loud there, I was starting to drown out myself.
Does
that make sense?
It's your fault.
I'm going to cough. Burp.
Oh.
Maybe. Do I turn that up or do I turn this up? Hey. Oh, that's nothing.
All right.
Sorry,
Right,
that's tough. That's fusion tune, man. That's difficult.
Oh.
Bop, bop, ba-dup. Let me catch my breath. So something I did at the beginning, and it's the same thing as at the beginning of the show today, where I did the 16th notes and then played an accent pattern. Well, in this case, I was learning and I know it right now, so that's why I was able to do it, but I've spent time when I was teaching working on that song and learning all those hits. Dot, dot, da, dot. And I'm just finding, same as when I was doing, could do it here. Bop, bop. Oh, that's even hard. See, I haven't worked on that though. Same thing there where I'm just holding the 16th notes, or in the case at the actual beginning, I just played the pattern. Bop, 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 bop. That will help you get, one, locked into the time, but it'll let you know if you know the part. That's very important. I spent a lot of time faking my way through stuff when I was younger because I didn't really learn what the patterns were, I would think I knew. And I would get out of it in a playing situation by the fact that I could play. I could play comfortably in uncomfortable situations because I spent so much time learning the ins and out and knowing, like, I call it like the cat. If a cat drops, it always lands on its feet. That's what I'm trying to do. And I've kind of reverse engineered over the years a lot of this, where I'm trying to make sure I end a fill in the right spot. I don't even care what the fill is at all. I'm just trying to make sure I hit the tags at the end of it. And then, as I really start to learn the song, so I'm learning a skeleton, the basic outline. And you can get away with murder knowing that stuff. And people will think, as long as your technique's there and you can play it, murder. You can get away with so much. Well, personality helps too. You know, if you're a jerk, nobody wants to play with you.
Or be murdered by you.
That's right. But if I'm like, well, it's da-da-da-da, I'll think of something easier. Whatever. If it's just this, you got a downbeat here. 2, 2, 3, 4, bang. All I'm worrying about is where those crashes are. Then I can fill towards those crashes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I messed up my counting, but I hit it in the right spot. So I will free up my body, and I will try patterns that I may have worked on and seeing if I could fit them in. A favorite of mine is, wow, right, left, right, foot, left. It's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, what you have to be able to do, first of all, is play a beat and subdivide those 6 tuplets. I say biddly doodly because it works easy with my mouth. Biddly doodly biddly doodly biddly doodly bop. Biddly diddly biddly diddly biddly diddly biddly biddly diddly 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 bop. Biddly diddly bop, diddly diddly bop, diddly bop. And I will try to then cram that in. just anything I can think of. Sometimes it's groupings of 3, sometimes it's groupings of 4, sometimes it's a sextuplet feel, biddly diddly biddly diddly, but in groupings of 4. Oh, or 5s, which I'm not that great at. Here's a 5. Let me show you. Since it's ADD drumming, I might as well jump all over the planet. I had to use this in a song, or I had to learn it with the singer from Candlebox, and he plays drums. And I always heard horror stories about how difficult he was to work with because he is a drummer, or 4 drummers. I never had that problem. It was actually the opposite. He was always challenging me to try new and harder things. But he said in this one tune of theirs, there was a fill that just all the drummers had a hard time getting. And it's because it was a 5, and they kept wanting to do either groups of 4 like this, which is a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or they wanted to do a 6. But it was really 5, and this is all it is. It's not that hard. It's just hard to make it fit right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. So that works out. You got a 5 and a 5 and a 6. What does that equal? Oh, 16. So it works really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's right. Proceed.
That's that same lick. I just reversed it. Which, as a young drummer, everything you do right-handed, you should figure out how to do it left-handed. I'll do a lot. Left hand lead, right hand lead, switching in between, switch. ADD, we're all over the place today.
All right. Let's do some easy listening to.
Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to
turn that up, man.
What?
Yeah, girl. You know, this drive is long.
Sure know how to play that music. Do it live.
I usually don't let people change my radio dial.
Don't you do it.
But I'll let you,
Change my dial.
'cause you picked that super smooth highway breeze. The way you dropped your sunglasses on the highway, pretended not to care for 17 miles till we turned around. And I don't mind, 'cause the road's so good. Looping back at the rest stop, overpass. Only to find that we put those right where we left the whole time.
Yeah.
You didn't drop your sunglasses at all.
I didn't drop nothing behind me.
You had them tucked into your shirt the whole time.
It's always touched me, babe. Always touched me.
And all we needed at this point was just to get another look at that splendid highway view.
Splendid highway view of sunshine in my eyes. It's right there.
Is it too late?
It's never too late. I'll sit around for you anytime.
All right. Call an Uber.
Baby, it's never too late to call an Uber. Uber's 24 hours, 24/7,
Beautiful.
especially on Christmas.
What is that? What is, dude?
What?
Uber.
How do you do that?
Uber.
What is that kung fu symbolry?
That's exactly what it is. I love the question. It's Buddy Rich. I'm just doing doubles and doing crossovers. Here I'm moving at random.
Now,
It kind of looks all right.
do the facial expressions help? That's
Well,
all I
no,
want to know.
Absolutely.
It sells it. If he's not doing facial expressions, he just looks like retarded. I didn't mean to say that.
Can't even do it. I can't even do it.
PC. Sorry.
Look, if I keep totally my head just even and just like I just can't do it.
He's losing it. Well, that's the thing, is it's a dance. Like, that's what I love about the drums. It's a dance.
That what?
That's what I love about the drums. It's a dance.
think-
It is.
You think
the
Max
dance where
Weinberg
you
can do
hit
that?
stuff.
I'm dancing on the pedals. It's sort of like tap dancing. It actually kind of is. So,
Yeah, so.
my
Oh,
background, I can't do this stuff like I used to, but I used to be really into martial arts, and it was a big part of me getting
Here
into
we
playing
go.
the drums. Yep.
Martial arts.
Hey, can
player.
I, real quick,
Here we go.
Yes.
if I may,
Yes.
anyone in chat, I will
Kumite.
forward your questions.
Yes. Kumite.
Ryan.
Yep.
Kumite.
What?
Who, when he was younger, he could read across the room at the courtesy monitor,
That's true. I can't read.
but now he can't see your text.
We've
so
also like pulled it way back on him too.
this is how they make you pay for sight tests when you get your driver's license
That is
renewed.
like appropriate.
I can
Stop doing
only
that.
read the scrolling at the bottom.
Well, you do actually have the smallest like screen out there right now for him.
We gotta upgrade the
Small
stream,
cat.
bro.
Hey, bro,
I
we're
need
doing
at
it.
least 60 inches.
Hey.
So here, check this out.
Yeah.
You can do
This
my-
is I haven't done this in forever, but it was using tonfas or sais or
Wait.
martial arts.
I know what a
tools.
sai is. What's a tunfa?
It's like a like what the cops use. It's got the
Like the Billy
Billy
Club,
club
huh?
with
Yeah.
the handle right here, so you can go like
Yeah.
and you throw them out like that. All this stuff.
So the correct term is tunfa.
Tonfa.
Tunfa.
I'll
Is
give
that
you,
a G in there?
tongue
Tung.
for
I don't know.
12
Tongue
and
for-
half of 8.
I don't know. 8 or 9, 10, 11, whatever.
You gotta
it
know
takes.
these things. You're gonna start telling these ridiculous
Right.
stories.
So one of the motions is with the sticks and stuff was doing this, and I don't really have room here, but I worked out. I really need one more tom to do it correct, but I would work on cymbals in the way. Maybe I'll do it.
You're never too young
See,
for kung fu drums.
it's just a little something for you guys to try working on because I never got good at it. I didn't spend a lot of time doing tricks.
I could do it.
Yeah.
The good thing about this is if like some ninjas, are trying to sneak up onto the stage, the drummer usually sits at the back of the stage, and so you could just fight those ninjas straight up and probably keep a beat.
Yes.
Could you fight ninjas and keep a beat?
Robbie, can we dress your kids up as ninjas so we can fight them? Let's get that full
Oh, I'm
V.
trying. I'm working it right now. Stab! Stab!
Don't stab Robbie's kids, man. Come on.
Us! Us!
Thank you, EWF and
Dude, we
or.
are totally doing a kung fu drumming
For the
show.
host.
Oh yeah, we are.
What's gonna happen?
All right, real quick, because it's
Yes.
it's close to 6:50.
Ooh,
Closing time.
man,
it's-
I don't have any dog
This-
tracks. Do you have
this
any dog
fire
tracks?
is almost the second largest fire. Sorry.
That's a good one.
It's
Okay.
sorry. Okay, so anyways, so wait, do we have tracks? We have a
I do
track,
not
huh?
have a dog track this
Oh.
week.
What?
For those of you in chat who would like
Oh.
to see what dog tracks is about,
All right. Well,
listen
you know
to
what?
Nightbot. Bot.
Listen-
And also,
listen to
Brian,
Nightbot.
lay it on me.
Dude, we're gonna have some soon.
Oh,
Yeah.
What do you got?
A group that I just
By the
did
name
3
of
shows
Cheddar
with.
Field.
It's called Bad Donkey.
What?
It's the was the guitar player from Candlebox forever that I toured with.
You
I-
get the name. You at least drop his
I'm
name.
dropping Sean Hennessy.
There you go.
Sean Hennessy, one of my
Yeah, I was hanging out with
greatest
the
buddies.
guitar player of Candlebox
Yeah.
and the drummer of, Styx.
Hi, Rapid Run.
Well,
So what? They come. You got some tracks that they need you to drum on?
he's gonna. We just did a bunch of shows. They just mixed and put out on Amazon. Bad Donkey, look it up. A record that I actually did drum tracks 2 years ago on. They just finished, and is out now. But he's got a ton of other tunes, and he was like, we've been writing everything with Drum Machine. I'm like, dude, send the tracks on. And he checked out the show and was like, dude, I'm gonna start sending you everything. So that's awesome.
Okay. Was he gonna? All right.
So
That's great. Is he gonna pay you though?
Is he gonna?
So he's just like, here you go.
Send
Here's
us
a bunch.
everything?
Here's a bunch of tracks. I want you to drum on for me. That's not the purpose
Well,
of Dog Tracks. It's not so everyone
wait,
can do their whole album.
Do we have a song to do today?
We don't.
We don't.
Oh, but if he had sent one, we would.
That's fine.
Oh.
Okay, that's great.
So yeah, it's not to just monopolize. It's to make sure we actually have stuff.
I agree with
and,
this.
And some of the stuff I
to
know.
be honest
and
with you,
can do
I don't
really
care.
Cool stuff for 'em.
If anybody wants to if anybody wants to send us their entire album, sure, we'll do it. There has to be there's ground
Oh
rules.
no, we
First
should
of
get
all,
them
you
to
have to- you have
Skype
to-
in or like
yeah.
show up in the building
Yeah,
or
you got to
something.
Skype in. You got to guarantee you got
Okay.
at least 300 fans that are at least going to watch the show
There you
every
go.
single time.
Wait, actually, that he can. Yeah, he might be able to help us out with that. That might be nice.
There you
That
go.
might be nice.
Somebody's got to help us out.
Seriously.
This ain't working out. No, I'm just playing.
What are you talking? I'm fired, aren't I?
No, hey,
Like,
dude.
your show sucks, Brian.
Your show's the best show we do.
And it's getting better too.
It is,
Especially when we have 2 weeks off. Oh, every time.
Well, let's stop getting sick. Let's
I
move
know.
out of California so we can get away from fires.
Oh God.
We're finally moving.
And then maybe if some of us have to live with bears,
Right, I was
if
gonna
it's
say,
a
if
lot-
a bear
if it
doesn't
was
break in.
snowing, you'd be able to get here.
A
I
flaming
know. Oh.
bear.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So you haven't been here for snowing,
Right.
for when it snows, for fires,
Yep.
bear attacks,
Yep. It's no joke.
sickness. Dude, if you were my employee, I fired your ass so long ago.
Why would you
Why do you
fire
think I'm a
him
drummer?
for being attacked by bears?
Well, dude, that's just you need to move away from that bear country
Barely
thing.
Brian.
And I'll tell you right now, if I lived out there with the bears, I would have some arsenals with me because
I have a BB
your
gun.
stories are yeah.
I have a BB gun.
Here, I want to get
It's
you
a
more
big
pissed off while
swords.
you're mock charging me. So hopefully you'll have to follow through with the whole thing.
Why are you mock charging me with a
charging.
flaming
You
mammal?
bastards.
So am I going to
You
play something
bastard.
out? What are we
Yeah,
doing
let's
here?
play some out. All right, so real
Oh, yeah,
fast.
yeah, yeah.
How many people are we watching this? I haven't even looked.
We
at
got
that.
10.
Hey,
Average
hey.
15.
Holy
Hey,
cow,
we
it's a
got
new
10.
record.
Yeah, it's a
not
good
record.
stream.
It's
I don't
not
know
a
what you
record.
guys are
We've
talking
been up there
about.
before. All right, so guys, everybody's listening. You guys watching. Hey, you guys watching.
You.
Help us out. Send
Yes.
send the love. Share with the people what we're doing here. I mean, the more people that watch this, the more fun it's going to be for everybody.
Absolutely.
And then, we just want to be able to put on a show, to be able to like give people some quality drum tracks by a quality musician at a quality studio with a badass engineer. So
With a
Ooh.
foot camera.
with the best foot lighting camera this side of El Paso.
Tell it.
El Paso.
You're damn right, El Paso.
I'm going to El Paso some
All right,
bass.
so real fast. I mean, you go to dogtracks, minpotion.com. You can click on the requirements. The requirements are basically just, having a full song, play to a
Not to suck.
I mean, no, we
that's
don't. We
okay.
don't judge we
No,
don't
not at
judge
all.
what kind of music it is. It could be anything from hip hop to country to whatever you want to send us. It's fine.
Yes.
As long as it's to a click. As long as the presentation's good, so that way it's something that we can present to other people. If you guys want to Skype in, we can. We have the
Please.
capabilities to do that. You can Skype in during the show. Send us your songs. Tell your friends. How long can I keep doing this? This guy needs a job.
Yes.
I just need a job.
This great
Rapid Run,
drummer.
73. What you need
drum.
a job. What do you do? What's your profession?
What?
What?
Dude, Rapid Run 73. He says he needs a job.
Rapid Run just got Photoshop certified. Yeah!
Oh, hey, quick. Do you have any Did You Knows up for Brian?
What are
No,
You didn't make any Did You Knows?
I haven't.
All right.
What is that?
Oh.
You
You'll
quiz me on
see.
stuff.
No, we have to upgrade the show
I'm a
first.
pretty
We can't
smart
just be
guy
throwing
with
out
a
Alright,
hot
plunging
news.
neckline.
The show,
Hello.
the stream.
Yo,
If anybody
dog.
was, if anybody was with the
This is not the
streams earlier
30s.
today, you've seen some technical difficulties that we still have.
Oh.
Because we're terrible at what we do. But we have some new things we're gonna be still rolling out. If anybody saw the new stream frame during Power Block today by Sophie. Sophie had the design know-how to point us in the right direction, which we might be kind of passing those along to the other streams that we're doing. Even though I really like the way Dogtracks still looks.
We need
to
upgrade.
You know what Dogtracks could definitely use is some sprucing. Attention deficit. I mean, some minor adjustments, but I
Yep.
still like the frame on that. But Dogtracks, I think we could use some Sophie
Dude,
love on that.
I want a green screen behind me so I can like be in a.
You want a green screen?
You
want a
can
green screen?
help
You
us
guarantee
move
50
it.
people watch us all the time. I'll get you a green screen.
Okay.
I'll get you a green screen.
I love that.
I have
Yeah.
some cool. We need some. Yeah. I'm not even
All right,
gonna
so let's
say
play
it.
this
I'm not
out.
even gonna say it.
All right, so let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here. Let me look at let me look at the selection. But yeah, please, guys, pass the word around. Help us spread this like a virus on the
We
interwebs.
need
I like the
tracks.
new camera angles. That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I like that a lot. Hi.
yeah.
Robert D with a Spider-Man
Whoa,
can.
am I balding? Am I balding?
Oh, you're okay.
No,
You're
no,
good.
it's
You're good.
just
But
this
just
nice
put
little-
put the top of the headphones back a little bit to cover it up.
Right. I
Yeah.
love that angle. And the coloring looks amazing. Look at green screen, but not behind me.
You put the drums in the wrong place.
We put them where they sound the best.
All right, I'm gonna
That's-
throw out some
that's good.
songs here. Just you tell me what you want to do.
Too
We're gonna-
legit. Too legit to quit.
Don't have it. All right.
No.
So let's see what we
You
got.
got any
any Tool?
Beyonce?
I do. You want Beyonce?
Yeah, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Dude,
Let's,
oh, you don't. I haven't given you the newest one that I have.
Oh,
dude, where's the ring on it, man?
Yeah.
Didn't you do Beyonce? I want to put a ring on it one time. I
I've
thought it was
got-
hilarious, but I can't find the track.
No, I had.
no, the hilarious part was
So-
the wig.
Dude, my-
Where's the wig?
I don't know where all the
Dude,
wigs
where-
went. I think they went south for the winter.
We had
Yeah.
a cool. I want to do it again. Some version of Michael Jackson's "Bad" that was like super.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
That was amazing.
I think I might have it. Hold on a second.
That was awesome.
It was
And I'd
the
never
Alvin
heard it
and the
before
Chipmunks
either.
version slowed down.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
That's what it was.
No way.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
We can't do. I mean, your favorite song to do is Uptown Funk, but we're not gonna do that again.
Yeah, not.
I think we've
well,
Uptown Funked it up enough. That
I
we have
need
to
to
we have to retire that song.
Yeah, it's
How about-
time to.
Black
All right.
Hole Sun.
No,
No, I got it. We're just
No.
we're gonna do the Beyonce song I have just because.
dude, I'm gonna need volume. It's the marching band one.
Is it?
It's probably.
I don't know anymore.
Do we have
I just know,
Sir
I,
Duke?
know, I just know she's got a song. Let's put
Sir
a ring
Duke.
on it.
Yeah, actually, you should have Sir Duke.
You should have Sir Duke. Can we do Sir Duke?
Sir Duke a lot. Let me see.
You can feel it all over.
I'm not seeing Sir Duke.
We
I
should
know
have
it's in that pile.
Dogboy karaoke.
I thought the version we had was terrible sounding.
I don't know.
Sir Duke? I don't think so.
Are we gonna fade the stream out or talk about songs?
Let's let it go as long as we want to. I don't see it, man.
Dang.
I don't see it.
What about Higher Ground?
Do we have any Stevie?
Or there should be Higher
Yeah,
Ground.
that's,
Sir Duke
Stevie Nicks?
is in that pile, and
Stevie Nicks?
Dude, there should be some. You can
Oh.
go your own way.
Go your way.
And just for the viewers, I don't know any
Dude,
songs.
dude, check it out. I found. Look what I found. Hold on a
Oh
second.
boy,
What is it?
crank it up for me too.
Well, I should show you. I should show you.
You're gonna show me?
I think I think this is something exciting that I found. I think so.
I kind of to have
Oh,
that.
never mind. Never mind.
Oh,
It was abbreviated wrong. I thought it was Chipmunks, but it was Cheap Trick.
Ooh, I don't. I need to give you. I've got Dream Police too, although I don't know the center part. That's in Odd Times. But I just play through it.
How about Van Halen Panama?
God no, we've done that one, and
Dude, we've done all these,
it's
man.
a crummy. Dude, there's like 600 tunes.
Oh, Beyonce End of Time. Is
that's like.
it- yeah. Let's do that. I like it when you do that.
It is the end of
All right,
time.
so I play this
Whoa.
however I feel. on the
Good
day.
call. I'm pretty sure the people that are watching the show. I mean, I can't assume. I am assuming that most people that are watching this show are like, are you serious right now? You guys gonna do a Beyonce? I'm just not even gonna watch.
Right.
There's a reason why you guys only have X amount of people watching at a time because you play songs like this.
Doesn't everybody love
This
Beyonce?
is a great song.
Yeah, I don't
Sophie
care.
Mission Potion.
This is
Mission.
like in the
Is
workout.
Sophie
I can't do
down?
this with
Is Sophie
headphones.
down?
Sophie loves it.
Yes. All right. This is for Sophie because Sophie.
Yes.
Let me tell everybody real fast. Sophie just kicks ass here, and we appreciate Sophie so much. Sophie. This song is probably for you. Here we go.
Love
Can you
it.
turn it up in
Love
my
it.
headphone? I've got
Okay,
it.
I'm
on
gonna
I'm
my-
muting
crank the
everybody.
shit out
Yeah.
of you.
I'm muting
Here we go.
everybody.
Here. Good night, everybody. We'll
Good
see you
night.
next time. Don't forget to send some tracks.
Yeah. I'm muting everybody except for me. Just kidding.